Just give me 1 second. I'm just setting up my phone.
All good, all good. But see, the iPhone's what you're going to use to record this, right?
No, I couldn't find an app to do it, so I bought a recorder and I put it near the phone.
Recorder.
Yeah, that's the only way I could.
Stars, then.
Yeah, it's the only way I could do it.
Yeah, that's great. Good.
All right, so let's get started. So how did you come up with the materials science theory, and how long were you thinking about it?
Well, I'm a mechanical engineer.
Right.
I mean, I'm human, but I'm also a mechanical engineer. And when you spend time in mechanical engineering, you spend a lot of time with friction.
Right.
And, also a lot of materials shaping operations.
Oh, okay.
Sawing's an operation. Milling, broaching, grinding, polishing. These are all reaming, boring, tapping. These are all material shaping operations.
Okay.
And a fundamental one is grinding.
Right.
And the strange thing about grinding that might surprise many people is you can grind things and shape them using materials that are generally somewhat softer than the thing you're grinding and shaping.
Okay.
A surprising result. And the fundamental example of all this, what the guy will ask you in the second day of material science class,
Right.
when you're a junior in college, is the road is made of concrete, fantastically hard material.
Yes.
Tires are made of rubber, although, I mean, by human standards, pretty tough stuff, but by road standards, it's soft, right?
Yes.
So why does a road ever wear out? Why does the end of the runway where the planes land ever wear out?
Right.
It's a cool question, and this gets back to a whole discipline called tribology, the study of friction.
Okay.
So I reasoned that although Superman's beard is presumably pretty tough stuff,
Yes.
using the grinding operation, you could shape the length of the whiskers, to wit, make them shorter.
Right. And this is all obviously based on because of the yellow sun's rays making him so powerful.
I guess so. Just keep in mind that one of the constraints of this hypothesis or theory development was you weren't allowed to use any of the canon or the lore.
Oh, I see. Okay. I understand now.
You
Okay.
had to come up with the thing independently.
I
I'm saying, so the yellow rays of the sun. And by the way, most of the light that comes from the sun is green.
Oh.
And that's the sort of the central frequency of solar energy as a black body and so on. So we humans when we sit down to draw this or paint the sun or represent the sun's rays, we generally use yellow because in the morning and the evening, where the blue light scattered away so strongly, you're left with a little bit of red and it comes out yellowish.
Right. I understand.
So this is great. I mean, what's not to love?
Right. So how did you get involved in the howdoeshave.com with Gillette?
Well, what happened was they called me.
Okay.
I don't know. I was walking down the street minding my own business, and Gillette called me.
Awesome.
Let me just point out, and I do my best to, in the spirit of the agreement, I am not a shill. I am not a representative of Gillette.
Right. No, I was just curious how they got involved with it. That's all.
No, but I'm just telling you, I do use a Gillette razor. I've said to many people.
And so do I.
It was a Super Bowl 8 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where Gillette advertised the living heck out of the Fusion razor.
Yeah, that's what I use. Mm-hmm.
Counter-rotating blue and orange lights and UFOs.
Mm.
So I thought, if these guys are so into their freaking advertising campaign, I'm going to try one of these razors. And ever since I've stuck, I'm not kidding you, I use a Gillette Fusion. It really is a better razor. in
Yes.
my opinion.
That's what I use. I use the Fusion Pro Glide. Yeah.
But let me say, I would not have taken this on if I didn't use a Gillette razor.
Oh, okay. I understand. Excellent.
It just would have been a little weird.
Okay. So, are you excited for the Man of Steel? Are you into like Superman movies or the superhero movies?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with Superman and Batman. For whatever reason, I was somewhat more loyal to DC Comics than Marvel. I think it had to do with what comics were on what shelf at the Brooklyn pharmacy where I grew up.
Right.
And so I just was more, and also I was charmed by the Justice League, I will admit.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite too. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I do like the Spider-Man.
Right. So do I.
He
Yes.
does whatever a spider can. Catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes a Spider-Man. But with that said, we are in the world of DC Comics,
Right.
and the Spider people and the X guys, they don't count in this thing.
No, they do not.
Storm, she doesn't get a minute here.
Right.
No,
So,
no storm tornadoes in Batman's Joker interactions.
exactly. So for 75 years, Superman has been an enduring American icon. Since his introduction in the 1930s, he became regarded as the world's first and greatest superhero. What do you think accounts for this fictional character's enduring the test of time and popular culture?
Two things. The first thing for me is the guy could fly.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't want to? If you meet somebody who says he or she has never dreamed of flying, I don't believe you. I mean, they're lying.
Right.
Okay. And the second thing, he gets to wear a cape. How cool is that? Run around in a cape.
Exactly.
Come on. Which is cool. I said, I am a superhero. I got a cape, all right? I got a towel with a safety pin as a young man. There I had superpowers.
Exactly. Awesome stuff.
I mean, there were some constraints, I admit. I didn't try jumping off the roof, but even I figured out that probably wouldn't work out.
Thankfully, yes. So that would be right to my next question. If you had one of his powers, I assume it would be flying. Would there be any others, or?
Well, I mean, I'd love to have some X-ray vision, love to have some heat vision.
Well, if you had to pick one, I guess you would stick with the flying?
Oh, yeah, flying.
Okay.
You just really get stuff done if you could fly.
Exactly.
I mean, you could influence people.
Oh, definitely. So if
You don't want to get in a situation where you're flying and yet you run into something and it kills you.
yes.
You know, I mean, so it's like, I don't know if you can separate all those powers. Like, you can't have Superman flying and then hit a tree limb and be dead or, dislocate his shoulder or something.
Right. I understand. So did you have a different favorite superhero growing up as a kid, or was it always?
Well, I mean, if you couldn't fly, it was Batman.
Right.
Because Batman was is a human, just a terrific athlete. Andy was rich. Andy had somehow a avuncular relationship with everybody. This rich guy who took care of Bruce Wayne took care of Robin. Of course, there's a lot of comedians have jokes about that.
Yes.
But he was good buddies with the mayor. He was buddies with policemen. The whole dark, the modern Batman is kind of a dark character. That was out of my everyday experience as a kid. That's not how I remember it. He
right.
was, through justice and so on.
I gotcha. There have been many incarnations of Super. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Batman has a cape.
Exactly. He has a cape, and he always emphasizes the Batarang to beat everyone. So.
And he's got a utility belt.
Exactly. He uses his detective skills and all that.
So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Man of Steel seems to have a heavier emphasis on the science fiction elements of the Superman story. Screenwriter David Goyer has said he has focused on the first alien contact aspects of the story and its impact on the world. Are you a fan of science fiction, and do you have any favorite sci-fi authors or movies that top your list?
Well, sure. I mean, I'm a huge fan of science fiction. Anybody who grew up, anybody of my age, grew up with the space program is a fan of science fiction. I mean, Ray Bradbury, Rod Serling, Isaac Asimov. These were the guys, to a lesser extent, Kim Stanley Robinson. Edgar Burroughs hardly affected me. I was a little too young.
Right.
But 2001 Space Odyssey was like, this is it, man. Oh, my goodness. In fact, just 3 days ago, as a gift, I bought a guy I work with, I bought him a model of the Pan Am Clipper from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, nice.
Plastic model. And it's consistent with the laws of aerodynamics. It has a leading edge extended. It has a hypersonic engine, which we presume runs on rocket fuel and takes off from a runway. It's fabulous.
Right. Oh, awesome.
And then the other thing that was a huge influence on me, I must say, is the first Star Trek. And the first Star Trek was a big influence on me for a couple reasons. And these guys are flying all over the universe, all over the galaxy, anyway. And it carried, first of all, there's stories about humans, even if they're Vulcans or Orions or Solosians or let me think, Magellians.
Right.
It's a human story. It's about humans.
Yes.
And the other thing about the first Star Trek that always appealed to me, it's inherently just optimistic.
Right.
It is an optimistic view of the future.
Yes, I'm a big fan of the original series myself. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, many science fiction movies now are, if I understand this term, dystopian, about a future in which almost everything sucks.
Yes.
And although that's appealing because it just looks like that's where things are going, but I think it's looked like that. I mean, people have spoken about the good old days, I think, since Og the Cave Guy's time.
Right.
So that's what I really liked about Star Trek, is the optimism. So go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yes.
We're unfortunately out of time for right now.
Okay.
I'm going to send you some images after this, and let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, no. It is we who must thank you.
Oh, no, thank you.
Thanks a lot. It's really fun.
All right, have a great day.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye, Michael.
Bye.